Windy out there. Well, Alexis, we appreciate you having us down here.
Thanks for coming
I
out.
gotta tell you, I know nothing about drag racing.
Wow, is this your first race?
It's my first one.
Oh my god.
What do I need to know?
Plug your ears. Don't stand behind the car when we start up. You're gonna be crying by the end of the day. No, it's the quickest sport in the world. I mean, there's nothing that accelerates as fast as our cars do.
Nothing.
Nothing on.
Not like a
not
jet
a fighter
engine?
jet. Not the space shuttle. Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
It's the most intense form of motorsports, I think, on the planet.
How fast are you going? What's your top speed generally?
My top speed ever is around 320 miles an hour.
That's it?
Yeah, my best. Yeah, right. In 1,000 feet. And
In 1,000 feet?
Our
really?
quickest ET actually we ran last night was 3.994 seconds in 1,000 feet.
So what's an ET exactly?
That's the time it takes you to get from the starting line to the finish line, 1,000 feet. In under 4 seconds.
And that's the
It's
fastest you've ever done?
The quickest, yeah.
Quickest.
So right
Wow.
now, but our conditions are so good right now. I'm sure the guys are going to try and step on it again and break another record for us.
What makes a good condition?
Cool weather like this, cloud cover, but of course you still need the heat in the racetrack to get down there. I think the elevation too. I mean, obviously, like places like Denver, where you're a mile above sea level, we don't run so good.
Yeah.
But like out here, it's just the conditions are excellent. So we'll probably see some more good runs tonight.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Can you talk about just the psychology of racing? What drew you to it? What got you into it?
I've always been into motorsports. I've always loved racing, all types. My father had some fast cars growing up, and my friends in high school, and I used to race around. So it was just kind of like the natural progression for me. I love the competitiveness, the camaraderie, and it's fun. It's intense. I love going up against, like other really great teams and, winning, and sometimes you don't win, and, it's a very humbling sport.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about the NHRA is John Force.
Yeah,
That's it. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's the name that most people who don't know much about drag racing, they know John Force. He's quite the name. So.
And so he has a daughter who also races.
He has he has three daughters that race. Ashley isn't racing anymore, but his two younger daughters are racing. One in Top Fuel and one in Fun Car.
And so do you guys ever go head to head?
Oh, all the time.
Really?
Yesterday, actually, we had 2 qualifying runs against each other. So.
Really?
There's only 2 of us in the funny car class, but we always seem to be racing each other at some point.
How many in the funny car class? How many different racers are there? I guess
Gosh, let's
that'd be
see.
the proper way to phrase it.
There's about anywhere from I think 18 drivers on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more licensed out there, but they don't always come to every race on the circuit.
Mm-hmm.
But the most competitive teams, I'd say there's probably about 17.
And generally, how many women are there on the circuit?
There's a handful of women in the pro circuit, and that's like pro stock motorcycle, pro stock car, Top Fuel, and funny car. But in all of NHRA drag racing, there's tons of females racing, more than any other form of motorsports.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we take the cake on that one.
Well, what's that dynamic like for you?
It's pretty good. I mean, it's something that was paved for us by people like Shirley Muldowney and Shelley Payne and Bunny Burkett back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I think if NASCAR or IndyCar had women like that did really well, like won championships and all that back in the day, then it'd be a lot easier for like Danica to be more accepted. But
yeah.
It's always been pretty much an even playing field, for me. I've been welcomed pretty.
The Danica comparison is kind of a natural one, and that's kind of how Allison reached out to me, which was hilarious because she said she's a female who's racing, but she's actually winning.
Yeah.
Zing.
Well, I think she gets a lot of crap, but I think Danica's a really good driver, and it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
She qualifies well, she finishes well. Again, she's just going into a different form of motorsports. and that just takes time.
I
didn't win my first year either.
Really?
It takes time.
How old were you when you started?
I actually started kind of late in the game. I was 26
when
I first started.
The first time you ever
professional, on on a legit basis, not on the back roads with my buddies.
Yeah. Do you remember your first ever drag race?
Oh yeah. It was in Arizona. I was racing a Corvette, a super gas Corvette bracket car.
Really?
Yeah, in the sportsman ranks. So I've been working my way up ever since.
And you just kind of gradually work your way up. That's how it works.
From the beginning, I knew I wanted to race nitro funny car.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a matter of what's the best way to get there, and learn the ropes respectfully, and just go through the ranks. So that was it. I went from the sportsman ranks and worked my way up to faster cars until I got here. So.
What's your thought process on race day? From the beginning of the day to the end of the day? Just making sure I have a really good solid breakfast, oatmeal that's going to last me throughout the day. You don't want to eat too much and get weighed down, lethargic. And just staying in a really good headspace. I have my headphones in for most of the day. Yeah. Just trying to block out all the other noise going on and just, get in my zone. Yeah. Speaking of the zone, when you're pulling up to the starting line and you're just seconds before the the light changes to green. I don't even know what the proper vernacular
Amber.
is. There you go, Amber. I like it. Where are you mentally? Are you completely devoid of thought? Are you still calculating what you're going to do? How does that work?
It really depends on the situation, but for the most part, we as drivers try to keep a very clear head, because you have to be. In NHRA drag racing, you have to be very much in the moment, because you don't get another chance. It's do or die right then and there.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever felt fear?
No.
Never? That's awesome.
It'd be a bad thing.
It's kind of part of the deal, right?
Yeah. I haven't yet, so.
You have a favorite track or favorite speedway?
I have a few favorite tracks, some because I won there and some just because I love the scenery, which is a total girly comment, but Bristol, Tennessee, it's absolutely beautiful. Thunder Valley, it's cut into a mountain, tons of trees.
Yeah.
It's just it's a fun track. Vegas I love because I've won there as well, and people are great and the town's great. Indy, we won the U.S. Nationals there last year.
That's a big deal. Talk about that.
Yeah, it was huge.
That's like the Super Bowl, right?
Win, pretty much, yeah. It's one of those races where if racers have won other races but not Indy, it's it'll eat away at them.
You're pretty good,
yeah.
but you're not doing it.
That's the race where no matter what you've done in your life, if you haven't won Indy, you haven't really made it,
Really?
Everybody says that, so I'm glad we got it out of the way, and it was the 60th anniversary, so it made it really special. And we were just we were charging all day long, really consistent through qualifying, and I was cutting really good lights, and in the finals it was just incredible. I had a 0:30 something light, and we ran against John Force, and we had an excellent run, and we took the win.
So when you get in there, are you just jamming on the accelerator?
It is it's pretty much you're going from a dead idle to full throttle. So, and there's pretty heavy springs on the throttle pedal, because when you're resting your foot on there, you don't want to rev up the motor. So they have some pretty strong, springs on there to keep it really tight. And you have to slam down that pedal with all your weight. Yeah.
Wow. I'm just trying to conceptualize it. It's gotta just be so intense. Are you listening to music when you're in there, or what's going on? No, totally
nothing.
Quiet, just breathing.
That motor is enough music for me.
Yeah. That's a good quote. That's gonna make it into the piece for sure. So what's next for you after winning an event like that and just being generally successful? What do you do?
Just keeping the consistency. We're still early in the season, but we haven't won yet. We've made it to a couple semifinal finishes this year, but last year we had success right off the bat. Second race, fourth race out, and then Indy, we were doing just so well. So this year we're kind of going backwards, kind of slow playing it in the beginning, but I think now we're starting to pick it up again, and we got our old car back from last year, so I think we'll be good.
Awesome. Ladies and germs,
There you have it, Alexis DeJoria. Thank you very much for the time. Really appreciate it. I'm leaning on tires, guys. It's perfectly natural. Thanks a lot.
Thank